Man, we are getting seriously low on maple sap.
The heck was that?
Oh my God, we need to get out of here.
Okay, forget this trap.
Thank you.
For thousands of years, man lived wild, and our triumph over Mother Nature defined who we were. We were rugged, we were strong. As we evolved, our ingenuity led to towering achievements. We secured our place at the top of the food chain, and now we have the waistline to prove it. I'm Creek Stewart. I'm a survivalist. I've mastered the skills of self-reliance. For almost 20 years, I've taught them to people from all walks of life. And now, it's your turn for a midlife wake-up call. So get off the couch and into the woods. If you can survive a week with me, you can change your life. Survival is simple. Just don't die.
The terrain in Kentucky is varied. There's rolling hills, thick timber forests, but here in eastern Kentucky, the Bluegrass State is famous for having some of the longest cave systems in the world.
Cave. Look, there's a sign, cave. Think we should follow it?
Sounds good to me.
Lead the way.
I'm taking 3 guys deep into cave country.
Oh goodness, the snow just got really deep.
The guys will have to navigate their way hundreds of yards into this forest.
Whoa, whoa.
Good grief. To reach me through a massive cave.
Creek's gotta be in this cave.
Think we're gonna have to do one at a time.
I'm too fat for this. I don't wanna go in there. There's an arrow.
You guys see that? Those backpacks?
Yeah. All right.
Their next challenge is simple yet terrifying. Navigate through a deep, massive cave system to find me, using only chem lights to light their path.
Glow stick.
Yeah.
We're gonna need that.
Pretty dark in there, guys.
Ready?
Ready whenever you are, buddy.
Jeff is a self-proclaimed prepper, but with absolutely no survival skills. Supplies will only get him so far.
Knowledge weighs nothing. And I want that knowledge. I crave that knowledge to enhance my abilities.
I got you.
All right.
See?
Watch your step.
Ron is a police officer from Maryland. Ever since playing college football, he has always sought after new challenges.
I want to prove to myself and to my kids that I can come into this situation and prevail. I can really do the caveman man thing.
You can't get on the ground, so I'm not getting all muddy.
Man down, guys. I can't see a damn thing.
Bill is from Virginia, and as a young dad, his 20s and 30s flew by. But now that his children are grown, Bill wants to find out who he is.
In a couple years, my wife and I will be empty nesters, and my motivation is to get back to what I used to love to do before kids, when I was a kid.
Whoa, water.
Water, a lot of water.
Be careful.
The roof is getting closer, and the ground is getting higher.
This is not fun, guys.
These rocks are just killing my knees.
My ankle is killing me, and my elbow is killing me, and my left knee is killing me. Guys,
What is it?
light.
All right, sweet. You can see it's Creek because I can see those shiny blonde locks.
Hey, there they are.
You are the light at the end of the tunnel.
I don't know about you guys, but it's hard for me to see a cave like this and not think about cavemen. You know, for millions of years, cavemen have survived in and around caves, gleaning resources, and that's exactly what we'll do this week. For the first 4 days, we're gonna be working together as a team. On the 5th day, you'll be striking out solo. But first things first, I want to check the contents of your backpacks. You should each have a survival knife.
Check.
A metal canteen with 1 liter of fresh drinking water and a mug.
Yes, sir.
A hand-forged axe head with no handle.
Got it.
And then finally, some chem lights, because after all, we are in cave country. Well, I'll tell you what, our #1 adversary this week is definitely gonna be the weather. It's cold, it's wet, it's snowy. Anybody can make shelter in a cave. That's definitely the easy way out. And there is nothing about this week that's gonna be easy.
Spending a week in the cave, I immediately thought, cool. Then that's when he threw us the curveball.
We're definitely gonna build our own shelter with our own 2 hands. Into the weather, my friends.
I'm pissed. I would much prefer to lay down inside the cave than lay down in the snow. Sure you don't want to go back in the cave? It's a little dry in there. No snow.
We're not taking the easy way out, Ron. We talked about that already.
Oh, I'm gonna freeze my balls off then. I will not do man snuggling.
I will.
When it comes to a winter shelter, you've got to have a lot of insulation, both beneath you and above you. This grove of hemlocks is a perfect area to start thinking about shelter, you know, because we have to have these boughs. So this is going to be our home for the next few days. Before we can think about cutting down a huge tree like that, we got to kind of prep our tools. Primitive man had to make their own tools with rocks and bones. And that's why this week I've decided to give these modern cavemen just an axe head so they can get a taste of what it feels like to have to make their own tools in the bush. We're gonna try to find a sturdy handle that we can slide this axe head up from the bottom so that it wedges on the fatter part of the handle on top. You guys ever made a handle for your tools before?
No, sir.
That's what hardware stores are for. I'm a prepper. I store away food and water, guns, any type of weaponry that I may need in the event of some type of natural or man-made disaster. Learning to make these tools is gonna be invaluable.
Pretty solid looking, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, you're already scaring me. The axes are looking good. Now it's time to start building the shelter. I call this one the one tree shelter. The idea is we got to debow this thing all the way up to that big Y because we're going to run 2 big poles in that crotch. We're going to utilize everything we're cutting off of this tree, man. It's either going to be a roof or a mattress.
I played football at University of Connecticut for 4 years, so I've had that competitive spirit breeding in me. This is totally out of my atmosphere. More the reason why I need this man challenge so that I can come out on top.
Move. Timber. Good job.
Boom, man. Finishing this shelter is pretty simple. We're gonna create an A-frame off of the hemlock stump and pile boughs inside and out. Dude, this is how real this is getting right now. You literally have frost developing on your back. To give you an idea of how hard these guys are working and how cold it is, the sweat that is seeping through Jeff's clothing is literally turning to frost. Hypothermia is the grim reaper when it comes to cold weather survival. I'm ready to stop on this shelter and focus on the one thing we cannot do without, and that's fire, man. Have you guys ever heard of the bow drill?
Yes.
We're literally gonna flip the bow drill on its head. For guys like you who are big, bulky guys, it's designed to accommodate not having to get down in that really kind of awkward position. Primitive man has been using the bow drill method since the 4th and 5th century BC, but this week we are changing the game. This is the zero gravity bow drill. We're gonna have to stabilize this log up against this tree because, believe it or not, this log is our hearth board for our bow drill. This right here is gonna be our spindle. This is what's gonna spin to create the ember. Bow drill, it's really simple. It uses a bow to spin a spindle against another stick. The combination of friction and pressure generates an ember that you use to blow into flame. Goes in the seat there, and you're gonna grab the back end of that bow. Go ahead and start her up, Ron. You gotta keep that pace up, Ron. This is look like this could be a marathon, man.
You got it, buddy.
Twice as fast, Ron.
You're doing it. You're doing it.
All right, hold up. Scares me. We should have had an ember. Something's not right, man. I don't know what.
Faster?
No, not faster probably, but longer.
I'm here to challenge myself mentally and physically. We are gonna get fire. Over my dead body, we're gonna get some fire.
We gotta get a rhythm. We gotta get a pace.
That's it.
God, man, we're too deep. I've tried every trick in the book when it comes to adjusting this bow drill kit. Nothing I'm doing is working, and these guys are giving it everything they've got. A little bit more pressure, Jeff.
Come on, buddy. You got it. There you go. Oh.
Tonight just may not be our night.
What's on your mind?
What's on my mind is that this ain't gonna work.
Seeing Creek so nervous about this creates a little fear in my mind. We may not have a fire tonight.
So wet.
Come on, buddy.
You got it. There you go.
Oh, daggone it. What's on your mind?
What's on my mind is that this ain't gonna work. I have started thousands of friction fires in the past 20 years of my life, and I can count the number of times on one hand where the conditions I've experienced have been this difficult. It's just wet, you know, everything's wet. Tonight may not be our night. We're not gonna move fast until we start seeing a little bit of smoke. Good. Okay, now you can start speeding it up. We're gonna keep that pace right there.
You got it. You got it.
You need to double time it.
It's either get this fire or freeze.
That's it. Come on. You got it.
Okay, hold on, our ember catch moved. We don't have it.
Am I doing it too hard?
Nope, you're not doing it too hard, man. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh, dude, look.
Look at it, it's red.
Jeff, come over here, man. Take your glove off. I need you to pulverize this punky wood and get it on that ember so it starts eating it. This tinder bundle is just soaking, man. Slowly tip that into there. Bill, grab a hold of this right here, man. Give it some breath, man. Right in there.
It's on me. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna put this damn thing out.
A little bit more. Okay, good. Oh my gosh. All right, turn that over. Fire likes to climb. Okay, give it some air, Bill.
Oh, you can hear it.
There we go.
You can hear it.
Oh my gosh.
We got fire, boys.
And we do officially have fire, you sucker.
Good job.
Good job. I mean, unfreaking believable.
Cavemen ain't got nothing on us. As soon as we got that fire, there was a sense of euphoria knowing that we were able to create something out of nothing.
Yes, sucker, that's what I'm
We got it
talking
going.
about.
It's going. We're gonna sleep nice tonight.
Good job, Ron.
Thanks.
You're my hero.
There's no rest for the weary cavemen this morning, guys.
3 more minutes.
It's day 2 in eastern Kentucky's cave country.
Not fun.
The snow's melting, the temperature's rising, but that means things are only gonna get worse. You know, now that we have a fire and a shelter, we can really start focusing on other priorities, man, water and food. And I know that these limestone caves, they're notorious for water, man, groundwater.
I'm gonna keep my eyes on looking for the bat sign.
Yeah, well, there are definitely bats in that cave. Well, hopefully you don't wake up a big swarm of them in there.
Yeah, let's hope not. I've been attacked before by bats, and it is not fun. Bats are mean, they swoop low, but I feel more comfortable when I'm going in the cave when I have my axe with me. Being a police officer, I normally carry a weapon with me everywhere I go. It's kind of like my security blanket unless I'm going swimming.
There's a lot of loose rock in this cave. Do your best not to shake loose any rock, you know, because if you loosen up one, big ones may come down on top of you, and that's the last thing we need. The limestone caves in eastern Kentucky are dangerous places. There are all kinds of ways to die.
Whoa, you okay?
There's like a cliff right here, man, seriously.
I cannot see more than 3-4 feet in front of me. This is ridiculous.
Hey guys, be quiet for a minute. I feel like I hear water down in there. Oh yeah.
That was water.
It's a tight squeeze. I'm gonna want somebody to go with me.
Does it look like there's any bats down there?
I'm sure there's probably bats down there, man.
I'm a little nervous about something coming up out of that water. I've seen too many horror movies. I'm good with staying right up on the top of the hill.
I'll go. I like bats, I'll go. I'm here because I realize that my children are growing up. And now that they're older, it'd be a great time to see if I can get some of that youth back.
Watch your head, man.
Yep.
To be honest with you, I can't see if this thing drops off a cliff or not.
Well, I just put my whole foot in it.
Did
so
you?
Are you guys okay?
Yeah, we're all right. Just give us a minute, man.
I can't believe I'm in this hole with you.
This is freaky deaky down in here. I cannot see jack. Be careful, don't fall in.
It's a good amount there. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that looks pretty good, dude. All right, guys, we got what we came here for, water. As I say, we get out of this cave for now.
I agree.
I still can't see.
Yeah, just busted my head again.
Well, I'll tell you what, fellas. There's a reason why I didn't use our canteens in there. And that's because there's another skill I want to show you today. And actually, it's one that you can only do this time of year. We're going to tap some maples.
Awesome.
Okay?
That'll be good.
And then we're going to boil it down, make some maple syrup, man. I'll tell you what, let's start looking.
One of my most favorite things is maple syrup. I put it on sandwiches, hamburgers. I put maple syrup on tacos. That's how much I love maple syrup, seriously.
Hey, here's one. It's a pretty decent sized one too.
All right, let's get some syrup.
Now that we found the maple, we've got to drill a hole into the sap layer. That's gonna take a hole about 1/4 to a 1/2 inch deep.
Now it's really flowing, man.
The last thing I thought about was getting syrup out in the woods. I'm pumped. I mean, it's way beyond my expectations as to what I thought I was going to be able to eat on this adventure.
It's all full of sugar and nutrients and vitamins, man. It's like nature's energy drink. Next, we can funnel this sap away from the tree. This right here is actually elderberry. And this is one of the few trees in the eastern woodlands that's hollow.
Wow.
Is it gonna fit? Needs to be a tight seal so that
It's tight.
Now what we'll do is we'll just tie this to the tree. Oh yeah, that's nice and solid.
All we need now is some pancakes.
You like maple syrup, huh, man?
Oh, I love it. Let me show you.
Show me what? Oh my gosh. You like maple syrup, huh, man?
Oh, I love it. Let me show you.
Dude, he's got a tattoo with pancakes and maple syrup. Are you kidding me? You freak.
That's right. I have a tattoo of a pinup girl that looks like my wife with maple syrup eating pancakes. My two favorite things, my wife, who I love, and maple syrup and pancakes.
Oh my gosh. One more tree. Let's hit that one right there. What do you say?
Let's do it.
There is no primitive skill that I know of that you can rush, and that includes collecting and boiling down maple sap. We have got to go at Mother Nature's pace. After a couple hours, our canteens are full of maple sap.
This one is filled to the brim.
That sap has to boil for at least another hour before it starts tasting anything remotely like maple syrup.
You guys mind if I take a sip before we boil it?
No, give it a shot, see what you think.
Tastes like water.
So we'll boil our cave water for a couple of minutes to purify it and sip on that while we wait.
Hey, Ron,
Yeah,
how hungry are you?
starving.
At this point, we're so hungry. The anticipation of what's cooking right in front of us is killing us.
Jeff, you feel like you're getting what you came here for?
I've learned that I'm more capable than I thought I was when I came out here.
I mean, you came here to pick up real survival skills, right?
Knowledge weighs nothing. That's what I'm here for. My biggest fear is an economic collapse. The reason I prep is because I want to make sure my family is taken care of in the event of anything ever happening. I just did not realize how much effort it was. Had I have done this by myself without Creek, I would have failed miserably.
Guys, I think we're boiled down good enough. This syrup isn't gonna be really thick, but it is gonna be sugary. And that's what we need today, is some energy.
Looks like it's gonna taste so good.
I'm going for it.
Bottoms up.
Oh my God, dude.
What?
Oh, God, that's so good.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Is it real sweet?
Yes,
It is, yeah.
I really don't have a sweet tooth, but I need sugary maple syrup. I will gargle with it and swallow it slowly, maybe regurgitate it and swallow it again, because it takes so long to tap it and boil it. So, I'm gonna make it last. I'm getting goosebumps, man.
Trying to slush it around my mouth. I'm not crying, but
Well, guys, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we're certainly not guaranteed anything else to eat this week. If we get something else, it's out of luck. Man cannot live on sugar alone, but we can try. That sugar boost didn't last long, did it?
No.
I'm crashing hard.
Worst case scenario this morning.
Is there any way we could upgrade our accommodations to the cave?
I told you at the beginning of the week, man, we're not taking the easy way out. It's day 3 in eastern Kentucky's cave country. This is a worst case weather scenario. It's raining. It's probably gonna rain all day long. It's cold.
The way the weather is this morning, it's very difficult to get motivated. Looking outside the shelter, looking at all that mud, I don't want to go out there. I'm gonna hate it. What are you boiling there?
Well, this is the last bit of my maple syrup. I'm trying to figure out an idea on how to get us some food today. My concept is to boil this down until it's really thick, like a really sticky glue, and make a glue trap. I know in that cave there's a lot of crickets, spiders, moths. And because we haven't seen any other animals, at least it's an idea.
Let's go get food.
Man, just when you think the weather couldn't get any worse.
I'm actually happy to go in the cave and get out of this rain.
It looks dry.
You guys got to remember where we're putting these. This is definitely the craziest trap I've ever designed, but in theory, it should work. The maple syrup is definitely sticky enough to hold an insect, and if they come to the sugar, I think we got them. This right here, guys, is what you call a double whammy, man. Sugar and light. Pick us out another spot, man.
Further down into the hole?
Yep. Ron, don't stand up too fast.
Why?
Look right up above your head. Look at that. That's a bat, man.
Let's not get too close. I'm on these bats' turf. This cave is their homeland, not mine. This is clearly a battle between me and the bats.
Did you pull your knife?
I always gotta be ready.
Oh, he's got his knife out. That bat ain't gonna hurt you, man. He's looking at you, Ron. He just opened his eyes, man. He's looking straight at you,
Yeah,
dude.
he's gonna get stuck.
He just licked his lips.
I think it's hilarious to see such a small creature intimidate such a large man.
He doesn't look like he's in attack mode. I think you're safe.
All right, guys, let's let this bat sleep. Let's set one more trap. Let's go a little bit deeper in this time. Drop off.
Steep drop right here.
Man, we are getting seriously low on maple sap.
The heck was that? I'm taking 3 guys deep into eastern Kentucky's uncharted cave country, far from civilization.
Whoa, you okay?
And the modern caveman who proves he can find the light at the end of this freezing, wet, dangerous tunnel will go home sporting my knife on his side.
Man, we are getting seriously low on maple sap.
Oh, shit. The heck was that?
Oh my God, we need to get out of here.
Okay, forget this trap.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Come on.
All we know is it's close and we can't see it.
Creek, what was that?
Dude, I don't know, man. It sounded like a cave-in. Way too close for comfort. Just stay right behind me.
It's terrifying. You see on the news all the time of cave-ins and you never know.
Dude, that was a big rock, man.
A little scary.
My heart is racing. I don't want to be in the cave. I don't want to stay here.
You know, I don't know if this water is loosening up the rock or what, but I'm not gonna stick in here to find out. Let's get out of
Yeah,
here.
let's get out of here.
Man, I'm glad to be out of that cave because the last thing I feel like doing is digging one of our guys out from a pile of rubble rock. Cave exploration is a dangerous business. Hopefully, thousands of years from now, cave explorers won't find the fossilized remains of 3 large skeletons and 1 perfectly preserved blonde ponytail.
Man, that was crazy.
I know, dude. I'll tell you what's even crazier, though, is how hard it's raining outside right now. I mean, it really picked up, and all I'm thinking about is our fire, because that's serious. If we lose fire, that's a huge deal.
What's the likelihood of this going out?
Really high. Everything about this area is trying to suck the life out of our fire. The rain's coming down from above, the water's seeping underneath, all the wood's wet, it's cold. It's literally gonna be an all-night battle. The only way to make this fire work in these conditions is to trap as much of the remaining heat that we have left inside. And that means putting all of the wood on top that we can gather, even if it's soaking wet. We're gonna need as much of that as you guys can get. If this fire dies, we die.
Everything's sopping wet, including myself. I just hope we can keep that fire going.
I guess it's better than sitting around feeling sorry for ourselves. So that's what we're doing. And we're loving it.
Oh yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about. We got a fire, and while it's drying out this wood, what do you say we hunker inside the shelter a little bit and take a rest?
I'm exhausted.
Sounds good to me.
It's wet. It's wet in
Just when
here.
I thought I was gonna be dry. My britches are soaked.
This sucks.
Man, I'm still freezing. Can't feel a whole lot of heat.
Yeah.
Fire.
You know, it's because we're so damp too, you know. That does not help.
It's gonna be a long night.
Very long.
Oh
Oh man, Mother Nature smiles on us today, fellas.
I could have done without a little of this wetness.
She was one ugly mother yesterday.
When can we go check those traps?
As soon as we bolster up this fire, man, I don't want another repeat of yesterday. It's day 4, and last night takes the record for one of the worst nights I've ever spent in the woods. We are all exhausted. The best case scenario, our maple syrup traps are loaded with insects, and we get some food in our bellies.
Now, do you think it's safe to go back in here after yesterday?
I'm sitting here thinking the same thing, man. Hopefully we won't have another rock collapse.
I have mixed emotions about coming back into the cave with what happened yesterday and the rocks falling, but I'm so hungry, and I know there might be food in here.
Come on, glue traps.
4 days without food, I can definitely feel it. I'm fighting the urge just to lay down and go to sleep and just crawl into a ball.
See anything on it, or is it too dark? Oh, dude. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what those are, so I can't really tell.
As I get closer to it, looks like a pus-filled maggot with legs. It's freaking nasty.
Dude, I think that's a cricket. That's what those are. These are cave crickets. Sure enough, trap number 1 is a handful of nasty looking cave crickets. And they are definitely freaky, but they are edible. You know what they call these in some countries? Sewer crickets.
Oh, that is nasty.
I say we take the whole rock, just carry it like a platter right to dinner.
This one looks empty.
It's empty?
I'm sorry. Nope, I'm wrong. Holy
Dude, that's not empty. There's 10 on that sucker.
I can see those legs, and they are wiggling, so they're still alive, and my stomach turns.
All right, Jeff, you want to check this one, man? This is Ron's lucky bat trap, man. Yep, there he is, Ron.
Let's not spook the bat, please.
He's looking at you. Whoa, 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 he's moving.
You guys check the rock, I'll watch the bat.
Oh, man.
This thing is loaded.
These things look like pus blisters with legs, man.
Doesn't make it better.
So do you think cavemen actually ate these?
All primitive people on planet Earth ate insects, period. Hey, Ron?
Yeah.
Don't be eating those yet, man.
Yeah,
You know,
you don't
wait.
have to worry about that.
Signaling for rescue in a survival scenario can make the difference between life and death. A simple glow stick that you find in almost any standard survival kit makes an incredible nighttime signaling tool. However, there's a much better way to use it than just waving it around frantically, and it only takes about a 3-foot piece of rope. Most glow sticks have a little hole at top or a hook. All you do is tie that rope to that hook, wait for the plane or ship to be in sight, and spin it like crazy. This is called the buzzsaw. It's huge. A 6-foot diameter circle can be seen from miles away. I know the guys aren't very excited about eating these crickets, but at the end of the day, it's food. If they don't eat these, they may not get anything to eat this week. Time to get to cooking. We'll skewer them. Who's gonna put them on?
I'll give it a try.
Load them up.
Oh.
Oh, that
I heard
popped.
that one,
Oh,
yeah.
that's nasty.
Bill, you gonna grill them up, man?
Never in a million years do I think I'd be eating a bug.
Welcome to the woods, man.
Psyching myself up.
You're not a puker, are you?
Oh, yeah. I have a long history. The reason I stockpile food as a prepper is so I don't have to eat these insects. If there ever was a collapse and I was ever in need of reaching deep, I don't think my family would be on board with that. The only thing that's going through my head is I have to eat this because if I don't, I'm going to starve this week.
I think those are done.
Those look a little charred.
Crispy crickets. Well, who's going first?
I'm starving. Tastes like burnt toast.
That's not that bad.
The feel of their legs against my teeth and my tongue, the crunchiness. I do not envy the early caveman. I'm full.
Man, we gotta finish these up. Bill's getting ready to try his. Got a little, looks like maybe a thigh on your lip, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you. There's some satisfaction knowing that we caught them. We cooked them on a fire. We're men, and
All right, I'm going for it.
Don't think too hard about it, man. Keep it in there.
It had a gooey little center. It was very, very nasty.
Just choke it down. There we go.
All I'm thinking is don't puke. don't hurl. I think I bit something to stick too.
That's all right. Extra fiber.
Well, that was gross. Another little pieces stuck in my mouth.
You should get a little bit of calories for solo day tomorrow when you're gonna be burning them like crazy. And you guys need to gather tinder bundles and dead branch tips today so that you can dry them out, so that when I send you out tomorrow morning, you've got dry fire materials. Otherwise, there's no way you're getting a fire in this place, man. I'm really proud of these guys for pounding back these crickets. They're getting more of a mental boost than a physical one because they're pushing themselves outside of their comfort zone. And that's what this week is all about.
I actually haven't been giving Creek's knife a lot of thought. If I get that knife, I get that knife. If I don't get that knife, those other guys deserve it just as much as I do.
I want this knife. It means a lot to me to earn this knife doing something that I never thought I could do or ever dreamed of doing.
If this stuff stays wet and damp, there's no chance of a fire tomorrow, and I do not want to go through a night without fire.
Tomorrow is the ultimate test and will determine whether these three guys can call themselves modern cavemen. It's solo time, suckers. Eastern Kentucky's cave country has been all over the place in terms of weather. Mother Nature could throw anything at these guys on solo day. Well, guys, your time has come. It's solo day, where you do all of this alone.
I'm really worried about fire, but you know, I'm gonna try to push through it and hopefully I can get this thing going. I'm a police officer and I'm a super competitive person. I played college football, so I'm competitive with other people, but I wanna push myself to the highest level that I can.
If you rush it and you become frantic, you will probably screw it up. I want you guys to cannibalize this shelter and take as many of these boughs as you can carry with you to your own solo base camp. I'm gonna hunker down in the cave tonight. Wow. So don't worry about me. I see serious looks of concern in your face about me tonight.
You sure you don't need a roommate?
Take everything you need.
I don't think I would have made it this far without those guys and having to leave those guys behind. It's gonna be a true test.
You know, guys, when it comes to fire, cavemen were the masters at using natural resources. They didn't have any other option. All the tools they used were natural, and that's the same way you guys are gonna carry fire with you to solo camps today. I'm gonna give each of you a horn filled with dry punky wood. These are buffalo horns.
Awesome.
The fire horn was a really common fire carry amongst primitive people. They're hollow, it's really durable, and it makes the perfect place to put in a hot ember from a fire.
I'm ready to go.
I really wish these guys had more fire starting experience because starting a fire today is definitely gonna be tricky. Good luck.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Caveman style.
This would be so much easier if I wasn't having to carry these things. One step at a time.
When I told these guys good luck with fire, I meant it. The only fire left in this woods is the one in their fire horns. This week, there are no second chances.
It's in there, but it's definitely a lot smaller.
I'll see these guys in the cave tomorrow morning.
This looks like home here. I really need to get this fire started. I'm working on limited time.
Oh yeah, this looks nice right here. Build a fire down there. Maybe use some sticks here to see if I can block this wind.
Last thing I want is for that to go out.
Now that's what I'm talking about. I can cuddle up right under here, put my feet there, my head up here, build a fire right here. Time to get to work.
My clothes are soaked. Been sweating ever since I walked up that hill, so I figure if I can get my shirts up and dry them out, then maybe I won't go to bed wet tonight.
I'm gonna try and grab a coal that looks like it's got embers on it and try and work it.
Oh, it's a little moist. Come on, baby. You know you love me. We're gonna make sweet fire love tonight.
A nice dry spot. Try to dump this on top of it. Come on, baby, come on.
I almost don't want to do this in case it doesn't work.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Come on, baby.
Come on. Ow! 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 Ow!
My eyes. I can hear the water sizzling out of these branches. Everything is just still drenched.
Quick to let climb up here. The leaves. I'm gonna have to move really quickly to get this damn thing going.
Where there's a bill, there's a way. I'm not out of the woods yet.
My wife and I started a family very young. We were under 20.
Everything is soaked.
More than half of my life, I've been Daddy Bill, Coach Bill. So now I'm looking forward to, focusing on me. I would consider myself a beginner caveman. I got fire!
My boys will be proud of me.
I feel pretty confident. I think I'm gonna do this.
I'm dripping sweat because this is the first time I've ever built a fire all alone by myself in my whole life. Doing all this myself is not too fun, but I know if I'm dying, I know Jeff is about to have a heart attack.
I've been giving this everything I got. I've been blowing and blowing. My brain is finally slowing down with the rest of my body, and there's no fire left down there at camp. I don't get this, and I'm in a world of hurt.
Three strangers came to test themselves in eastern Kentucky's treacherous terrain. Now, facing solo day, these modern cavemen are braving Mother Nature's wrath all alone.
Everything is soaked.
In the end, only one of these cave dwellers will go home with my knife. I got fire!
Laying here by this fire, trying to figure out why it's not taking off. It seemed to be doing a lot better when I had the smaller stuff. I think I can. It looks like it's starting to climb. It's a great feeling.
All right, let me try to put some of these sticks up to block the wind here. I've been super tested today, climbing this hill, chopping these logs myself, finding this shelter. I'm getting the mental and physical test that I was looking for, and this is certainly pushing me to the limit. Not fun. I'm doing it caveman style today, though.
That's gonna cook. All right, shelter time.
As my kids are growing up and leaving the house, I've got to let them live their lives, and I've got to figure out what I want to do with mine.
My kids see this. My wife sees this. They're gonna be pretty impressed.
This week has absolutely helped me figure out what I want to do with mine. I love this. I want to be out in the woods all the time.
I put my sweat into this bad boy. Oh, yeah.
Trying to make myself a little lean-to. This is extremely physically draining. And I know I can't stop until it's done. This has got to be the hardest day of my life. I've been prepping for the last 3 years, and I collected all this stuff, to help me, but being out here has really taught me the skills that I may need one day. I think it should be okay for tonight. Well, it's the last night in the woods. I'm thoroughly exhausted.
If you're gonna say you're man and you wanna do things manly, come try this caveman way, because this caveman stuff is not fun. I'm gonna be very quiet. I'm not trying to make any noises to attract anything.
What a learning experience. Just what an experience in general. So hard mentally and physically.
I can understand why my wife has stayed with me for 20 years. I can finally see what she sees. A beautiful, big, fat stud muffin.
My body's beat down. I'm exhausted. I'm starving. I miss my family. I've learned how much energy and effort it goes into just surviving with nothing.
I've gone way outside my comfort zone. Never want to do it again, but I can do it if I have to, and that's what I wanted to prove to myself. Time to get down and find some civilization. Goodbye, half cave shelter.
At 40 years old, I've become pretty sedentary in my lifestyle. I have become lazy, and this is going to be a turning point. I want to go home and just tell my family, you know, things are going to change, and I'm looking forward to it.
Hello? Anybody home? Morning, Bill.
Good morning.
You guys are still alive.
Yeah, buddy. Welcome home.
It's good to see you guys this morning. Everybody alive and healthy?
I'm alive. I don't know about healthy.
We've had a crazy week in Eastern Kentucky's cave country. We've taken everything this place has thrown at us this week. I took some time yesterday while you were at solo camp, and I carved each of you your own homemade bow drill kit.
Wow, man.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm quite honored and humbled that Creek took the time out to give us our own bow drill, something I can take home and share that little bit of experience I got out here with my family.
Creek, I'm hanging on the wall.
That's where mine's going, on the wall.
Don't get too excited yet. To whom much is given, much is expected.
Oh, great.
You guys have all done an outstanding job this week. But the first one of you to get an ember using your individual bow drill kits will win the same exact survival knife rig that I use myself. I call it the Caveman Challenge. Everybody set? 1, 2, 3, go. Bow drill is difficult to begin with, but when you add in being tired, thirsty, hungry, frustrated, and exhausted, this is about the most difficult thing I can think of right now. This literally embodies what it means to be a caveman.
Just so drained.
Grab the back of the bow and stabilize that wrist. And then it's just about how bad you want that knife.
Every muscle, my body is just burning.
I gave everything I had this week. I want this knife.
How deep are you willing to dig?
When I pull the spindle off, I see the smoke, and I pause.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Bill has gotten ember.
I feel good, man. I want to tear up, but I won't. But I want to.
Bill, for a lot of reasons, including that ember, you earned this knife this week.
Thank you very much.
Good job.
Thanks, buddy. I've had some pretty significant accomplishments in my life, but this one's all me. It wasn't for work. It wasn't for my kids. It wasn't for anything else. I did this one. It's incredible, but I won't gloat in front of the guys. I'll keep it in my pack. When I get home, I'll gloat a lot.
No double or nothing. We have a race in the cave for a knife.
Nah.
Nothing about this week was easy, but nothing in life worth having ever is. The never quit, never die spirit of early man survives on in these three modern cavemen.